Do you want to see some amazing quilts that I saw recently at the AQS Quilt Show in Grand Rapids? Well, stick around. I'm going to show you some highlights. Stay tuned. Stay for the last one because it is truly amazing. You won't believe it. If you're liking this video, please click like or subscribe. This is a quilt done by Katie Pasquini Massapust, and it is a quilt made of her original artistry. This is another love one I had to show you because it has just amazing colors and shapes and techniques, and it was just too good not to get some images of. The next quilt is fantastic for the sizing of the elements that included in this quilt and the different directions in which they are facing. And now I'm going to show you something that has just wonderful applique, beautiful, beautiful work, and lovely artistry. This is something that they clearly spent a lot of time designing with shapes and colors. And now for a beautiful coffee-colored quilt with spirals that are appliqued with buttonhole stitches, along with cornerstones in between each that have their own decoration. Really lovely in these different shades. Simple log cabin block, but it's made them wonky. And then also you'll see the distribution of color within the black and gray, so your eye moves around the quilt. And next, we have this stunning, done in rows originally with strips of scrap, and over top there is applique pieces over top. And of course that border just holds it all together. Just a riot of color, which is one of my favorites. The quilting on this was exquisite, absolutely exquisite. Look at the detail. And then this I just thought was such a wonderful sentiment of friendship, of beauty, of all hands making beauty. And then in the background you see just little slits of color in the background. And then this one, it is color gone wild. I mean, look at how this is put together. It is very unusual, unconventional, and stunning. It really shows you can take a quilt and put it together any way you want, which is wonderful. Now this is one that is so much like a photograph, and as you move in closer, you see the absolutely amazing detail. This one, I believe, there we go, is done with the small pieces of fabric that are fused on and then overlaid with that screen material. It's not the right word, but, and then quilted over the top. And so when you pull back farther, you don't see that layer of the mesh material. You just see a beautiful quilt. This I love shapes, I love color, I love lots and lots of both. And so I can show you here, I do believe there is dyed fabrics, painted shapes, all kinds of things going on. And this is a wonderful, more of a traditional, yet not. I mean, look at the settings, how you have the connecting blocks that go from corner to corner and up and down. Really an amazing design. And then we have this, which has a lot of traditional within it, but also untraditional coloring. Lots of prints, lots of fabrics, lots of tiny blocks, lots of larger blocks. Sometimes the fabric's doing the work, sometimes the blocks are. And here again, a traditional block, but really pulled out, really pushing the envelope on tradition. So you have several blocks that are making up this, and in the end you have this beautiful lattice work that goes through the quilt. And simple shapes, really, put together in a really amazing way. This quilt is stunning. Again, we've got piecing, we've got some traditional, we've got applique, we've got this really wonderfully busy border, which is something not usually done. Look at how the fabric is doing the work on this corner. And then look how the background is a stripe, very unconventional. And this just made me think of orphan blocks galore. I do keep my orphan blocks. I never know what to do with them. Here's a great example of how to use them, adding the stripes in between to fill out between them and above them and below them to make the whole quilt become more cohesive. Stunning, stunning traditional applique, beautiful machine quilting, wonderfully pieced border, pieced blocks between that again give you that lattice work that I absolutely love. The border is wonderful applique. Workmanship on all of these is just amazing. These mariner's compasses, I believe, done in the most stunning settings with the the flying geese. This will all be paper piecing, foundation paper piecing. Very time consuming, but you can get beautifully accurate quilts with foundation paper piecing. And this one, we've got peacock feathers that are blocks with sashing on the outside, and then you've got your wonderful blocks on the inside. Again, sashed with one color. Definitely this is an organized color scheme, and in the corner, even more unexpected blocks. Unbelievable workmanship. Look at this applique. Traditional, very detailed, wonderful work. That background makes every color pop. We've got all kinds of different animals and flowers, and then the setting from a distance has, again, that beautiful lattice work. Really is, for me, is stunning. I'm drawn to it. This one is just your wonderful strip by row, and done in just beautiful, happy colors. There's definitely a place. I haven't done row by row, and I'm going to do it because it is just super fun setting. And again, another different setting, kind of the block in the middle, the border around that middle, out to more blocks. Beautiful, beautiful applique, beautiful colors. Clamshells for a border, great idea. Colors are amazing in this. They really come together, and they're colors I wouldn't necessarily always put together, but you just see how the details of the applique and the machine work, amazing. Much more traditional, great example of different size blocks put into one quilt. It really becomes, it looks like a art wall of your different, like a photograph wall you do at home, where you have different frames with different sizes. Again, some more of the foundation paper piecing that is just stunning. The solid colors really make this pop, and yet there's still that awfully wonderful striped border that adds so much. There are prints in here as well as batiks, a flat black to make everything pop. Wonderful. Again, another foundation paper piecing. The colors, really fabulous. And look again how we've got a block, and then we turn it, we've got a block and a block and a block. Simple idea done in a much higher design level. Look at these curved borders. Just wonderful. The last border, simple but fabulous, with the just strips. This one you're not gonna believe. This is what it looks like close up. This is applique, one color of fabric on white in the background. Look at this quilt. There is so much in here. I gotta bring it back in and show you.